What is going on, everybody? Welcome back.
Oh, you just muted yourself, mate.
I think it's his microphone. Give a
Guys.
second. He's back.
My mic just went off. Yeah, thanks a lot, Mike. Big up to every single one of you guys. Welcome back, guys, to yet another episode of the Barca to Madrid podcast. And ladies and gentlemen, this is it, guys. This is the one that we've all been waiting for. We've seen a lot of Barca to Madrid podcast or Madrid to Barca podcast, but this I feel like is going to be the best one, guys. Big up to all the people who are already in the building. Big up to my guy Will for the raid, guys. But you all know what time it is. You all know what's happening at the end of the weekend. It's the big game, the big one, the one that we all have been waiting for. If you're a fan of both of these clubs, nothing else matters, right? But listen, before we do get started, I do have a panel, right? The panel are out here today. Obviously, partner in crime for this podcast, my like in the stream, Dave.
Yo, what's going on, bro?
What's going on,
Mate, I'm excited, mate. I'm excited. It's Sunday. Everybody's going to be hooked on that match. Probably in club terms, the biggest match of any league, combatively between two clubs in the same league in the world, essentially, and the most people watching it. And yeah, we are going to be fully excited for it. Hopefully, we get to see Real Madrid beat Barcelona, but there's always going to be a chance also for Barcelona to beat Real Madrid. So we have to look at that as well, look at the dangers, but we will definitely be talking about it throughout today, guys. So make sure you stay tuned, and hopefully Will can drop in soon after he had that little episode with Papillon, which I don't know what's going on, mate. Them two just formed an absolute, I don't know. Everybody was popping off in the chat. I saw it. I was watching it myself. So yeah, it was a very, very good episode. I know Papillon always brings the heat, my G. So hopefully we can bring the same heat on this podcast as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. But unfortunately, I think I just sent him a message. I just got a message from Will. I don't think he might be joining. He said, unfortunately, he did a Vini, man. He decided to not turn up, and
oh no, he did a Vini, mate.
But I'm throwing the shades, man. This guy's a Vini lover, man. So he's gonna have to hold that. But listen, we do have another guest in here, guys. A special guest on the Madrid to Barca podcast, or Barca to Madrid podcast, as it is today. Man, like Barcaboy 103 is in the building. What's going on, bro?
What's good? Excited. Again, waiting for Sunday. Crappy early kickoff of the Bernabeu doesn't really sit well with me, but the game has too much weight, too much is riding on it, and looking forward to see who will come out on top.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Unfortunately, chat, I am gonna be working on Sunday, so no Clásico watch along for me. I am truly devastated. You guys have no idea, right? And this guy. Yeah, don't worry, bro. Listen, do your thing, man. Do your thing. Big up to you. Appreciate you for the raid, man. Listen, if you can join late, it's all good. Big up to you. But hey, listen, let's get into this. The Clásico is on Sunday. Early kickoff, right? For those of you guys who live around this side of the world, right? It's starting 11:15 for us here. That's why, unfortunately, I can't do a watch along for the game. Sucks, right? I will be doing my reaction live, though. I'm sure, if we win, it will be great. If we lose, I'm not prepared to deal with what I have to deal with. I've already heard rumors, Dave, that you got this song lined up for when we lose the Clásico. So yeah, listen, man, just saying, bro, chill. But it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. No,
yeah, listen. But listen, let's get into
this track loaded up already. That's crazy.
This guy, he already did a list of songs.
That's actually hilarious.
The Kings of Europe, Dave. Was that what you called it? I think.
What's that?
The song that you released, the Madrid song.
Oh, the We Are Kings song, mate. Yeah, bro. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm actually holding back on releasing anything until we actually win a trophy. Because I think I released that song. It's okay. But I don't want to release anything too much of the smoke, because just in case we don't win a trophy at the end of the year, God forbid.
So we kind of like Super Cup the trophy, or we're talking like the big three.
No, we're talking big three. Yeah, we're talking.
Right.
I'm not even talking about Copa del Rey, mate. I'm not literally launching no songs if we win the Copa del Rey, mate. The Copa del Rey can suck out, mate. Like, we need to win La Liga, or we need to win the Champions League. You know what I mean? That's it. Simple.
Hey, listen, man. It is what it is. Hey, listen, my guy, don't worry. Dave will handle himself, man. Dave is like, nah, I don't need no help, man. I can handle this. It is what it is. But listen, let's get into it, Dave, right? Because obviously it's been, we've done a lot of like previews. Like I've been hearing a lot of like people talking about this. We've all talked about this, right, on all of our channels. Right? I was with Barcaboy this morning. We did the show on Wednesday, Dave, and we were talking about this. And this is the thing, right? This Clásico is quite an interesting Clásico because let me explain. Obviously, Clásico is always huge, right? Every Clásico, right? No matter what circumstances either team comes in, right? Everyone is always hyped for this game, right? Yeah. But when you look at, I feel like the performances from both teams, how both teams have kind of like approached this game, as far as also like with injuries and everything else that's been going on behind the scenes, right? Yeah. I remember me and Barcaboy were talking about this, and we agreed that this game, it feels like a mid game between like two teams that have really shown their best so far this season, right?
Yeah.
What do you think is gonna happen in this game for you? Because I feel like people are kind of like, looking at the form and saying, well, Real Madrid are the home team. They're in better form right now than Barcelona, right?
That's true to some element, yeah.
Yes, to some element, of course, right? But with Real Madrid, they've shown also, even in the games when they have been winning, that, they have not been convincing. They have gotten away with a lot of luck in some of these games, especially in that game against Juventus. I feel like Juventus showed me as a Barca fan, these guys, they give away too many easy chances, and it really depends on who they play. Because I feel like with certain teams that can capitalize, they could be exposed. Now, for you, what is your feeling coming into this game with like hours to go?
I think personally with Real Madrid, we have the quality of players to beat you in terms of the whole lineup. I think the centre backs, I don't know if Steenhausen's going to play yet. It's not been reported that he will be in the starting lineup. If not, then Asensio will be there. Obviously, Valverde will be right back. Carreras will be left back, and so forth in terms of midfield and the attack. The quality is there, but the system is not quite there to expose your weaknesses, if you know what I mean. Because your weaknesses are essentially when Kounde and Balde and your whole midfield just starts pushing up like crazy. We don't have essentially the ammunition by virtue of our tactics to trouble that. Yeah. Unless Alonso says to the players, okay, look, this is their actual weakness. This is what we need to do. If Alonso's going to be stubborn and he's going to say, this is what we need to do in terms of just play possession football, try to rotate the ball, whatever, yeah, then we're going to lose. I'm sorry, we're going to lose.
Right.
But if we beat you at the things that you're weak at, like Sevilla did, like Girona essentially did in the very first half, and really just absolutely peppering Barcelona in terms of certain chances that they had. And then you look at PSG as well, in terms of their front three and also the team that they had. You look at Levante as well, the remontada that you had there. You look at several matches where the team on the opposing end, they actually worked at your weaknesses because they know they can't play you at your own game. Real Madrid can't play Barca at their game. Barca are too direct for that. We will get absolutely annihilated. We get slaughtered. Yeah? So what we need to do as Real Madrid is go completely in a different direction and actually pin obviously Mbappe, pin Vini, pin whoever's going to be on the halfway line and say, okay, wait till Barcelona gets exposed, wait till their full backs just start bombing up, and then we'll just hit you on the break. Right. Yeah? And we'll hit you with pace. Because Vini and Mbappe, look, they are some of the fastest players in the world. You can't get away with that. And their pace and power, I told Will yesterday, that pace and power, even though I don't like it as a football system, it has to be working wonders for Real Madrid tomorrow. Pace and power is what we're going to have to beat you with. Yeah? We can't beat you technically. Barcelona are superior technically 10 times out of 10 than Real Madrid. Technically, we are nowhere near the level of Barcelona. But what we are good at in terms of how we control the ball and how we control games at the moment, and making us a very difficult team to beat apart from Atletico Madrid. That's what we're good at. But against Barcelona, that won't work because Barcelona will just go bang, 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 bang. They'll keep on annihilating our defense until we give in. That's a problem. Yeah? The gaps and the spaces in defense is a problem. And that's what Barcelona will use to exploit. But we would then have the weapons on the other end to go, okay, you want to do that? Here we go. Yeah? Because if Xabi Alonso tries to go into this game and think that Real Madrid are going to outplay Barcelona, he has got another thing coming. He will never, ever in a million years outplay Barcelona. The way that we need to play Barcelona is how Jose Mourinho played Barcelona and said, okay, cool, we'll just sit back and then we'll absolutely rip you on the counter. Yeah? Look how many times he done that. Yeah? And Zizou, I remember as well, when Zizou was in charge of managing this team, he done the same thing. When he was beating Barcelona, he was like, okay, cool. What we're going to do is we're going to absolutely annihilate you on a direct counter using the wings, using pace, and using power. That's what he said. Yeah? So that is what we need to do. We cannot go in the Ancelotti ball of last year and try and do whatever, do this, trying to hopefully for the best. Yeah? It's not going to happen. Javis edits, bro, let me tell you something. Yeah? We ain't outplaying Barca. You think that our slow football that moves at 1 mile an hour, that moves as literally sideways, backwards, that thinks that we are going to beat Barcelona with the likes of Pedri, De Jong, and Casado probably in the midfield, with Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and Jude Bellingham. That is mad, bro. Like, it's not going to happen, yeah? Arda Güler is the only technically properly sound player on our whole team. The only one. The only one. That is crazy to me, yeah? That Arda Güler is the only one really who's going, okay, cool. This guy can play in and out of the pockets, triangles, create opportunities, create chances, and has the vision to do that, yeah? We have no chance of outplaying Barcelona. That is a false economy. If you think that, you are absolutely sorely mistaken. What we're going to do is if we play with intensity, we play actually just go bang, 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 bang against Barcelona, yeah? We're not this 30-pass routine. We need to hit them with 3-4 passes and just flood the wings, hit into Mbappe in the middle, and hopefully goes in. That's what we need to do, yeah? And that's where Barcelona are weak. That's where you're weak. So, as Real Madrid, just look, if I ever see the lineup and I start seeing Real Madrid start playing this absolute atrocious football, yeah, that we watched against Juventus and Getafe, I'm gonna lose it from minute one, bro. Yeah, and I've got Matrix and Sam on the watch along. Yeah, that is gonna be. You might as well just call the 3 most negative Real Madrid fans out there.
I'll be watching, bro.
On the same watch along. It will be absolutely crazy, mate, because I won't be able to stand that. Yeah. I won't be able to stand that. Yeah, it is absolutely criminal to me. And Barcelona, I tell you what, if flipping Carreras gives the space that he gave to Kalulu from Juventus.
Yeah, Kalulu, that's what I was going to say.
If he gives that space to Yamal, bro, I might as well just create. I might just get a coffin like the Undertaker, mate, rise from the dead, mate, and say, "Oh, Real Madrid, have you scored? Okay, I go back into my sleep, mate. Yeah, that's what I'll do, mate. I'll start doing the eyes like the Undertaker. Yeah, I'll start doing all that, mate. Mad, bro. We might as well just like give up, you know. So there are so many things that Real Madrid are good at, but there are so many things that Real Madrid are bad at. And yeah, this is going to be a classic of all El Clásicos. That's all I can say, mate. But my confidence is okay. It's not too bad. It's rather low.
Yeah, I hear you.
I give him Barcelona a 50% discount. That's what Matrix said after Juventus game. But it's okay, mate. We'll do it, mate. You know, go to the boss man shop around the corner. Hey, bro, give me that for 50p, yeah? That's what I said to them. That's what I said, mate. My confidence is half, mate. It's half, yeah? here's what's happening, mate. So hopefully we get a 2-1 victory. That's my score prediction. But you heard that already, Omar.
Yeah. Absolutely. But
yeah,
I mean, Hafed, you heard what Dave said. What's your honest thoughts going into this game? Because unfortunately for us, when we spoke this morning, we had some hope that Rafinha was gonna be available for this game. We were talking about the potential of what we could see if Rafinha returned in this game. Unfortunately, just like I told you this when you were telling me he's back for this game. I said, brother, until I see the lineup on El Clásico day and I see Rafinha on the starting 11 or on the bench, I don't believe a word that comes out of this club's mouth. I knew, bro. I've seen it with the stadium. I've seen it with multiple players who I have been told multiple times that these players will either be back or this is confirmed that this was going to happen. And then last minute, something always happens. Well, I mean, Hafed, bro, I don't know how you trusted this club after everything they've done this season alone. How many times have they given us this kind of promises this season so far and let us down?
Like, I mean, I don't know if that's a promise. That's just that's the reality of the case. Rafinha rushed himself back. He looked good yesterday. He didn't look good today. Now he's ruled out. That's just the way football is for a top player in a big game when you try to rush him back. It's happened on Madrid's side and Barca's side in the past. But my thoughts on the game is very reminiscent of what Dave said. I think the main thing that I've been saying is that both teams are coming to this match on the same level in the sense of both of them are performing under their expectation. I've seen Barca fans with, great content with their titles. If we play like this, we're going to get smoked in El Clásico. And Real Madrid fans are doing, if we play like this, we're going to get smoked in El Clásico. So both teams are coming in with the same mentality that if we play the way we're playing, we're going to be losing. And each team knows the other team's frailties, as Dave was mentioning. If you just sit back, hit us on the break, especially with how weak our high line has been, how easy it's been for multiple teams to run in behind and beat the press, that can be Barcelona. On my end, I can say, okay, Madrid on the ball haven't been too good this season. The defense has been strong. They haven't leaked too many goals. But in the midfield, like you mentioned, technically speaking, they're weak. So it'll be easier to get behind their defensive line. So each team knows the blueprint to beat the other team. It's just now down to execution, which neither team this season, maybe Madrid a bit better since they are ahead of us in La Liga by 2 points, but their fans haven't been too happy that neither team has really done this season. I think Madrid, after the summer they've had some high hopes. They have a new manager. They bought some defensive reinforcement that they've been asking for years. We've had, coming off the back of a great season, we've made a couple of improvements with the system and the philosophy. Is going to be a year older, so maybe a year developed. We also know there'll be a year of gameplay and footage, improve how to beat the system. So we're both coming into the season having a little bit of high hopes, and then we've both been kind of derailed and demotivated from what both our teams have given this season. I don't think Madrid have been impressed with Barcelona. I personally haven't been impressed with Xabi Alonso either. They're getting results. They're keeping clean sheets, but it's not looking encouraging. And the 2 tests they've had under Xabi Alonso, they failed like beyond miserably. But I can't say that I can't put that as a point for Barcelona because in the tests that we've had this season, we went past 1 and failed 2 of them. So it's a Clásico. This is why this Clásico I think is really, really big, especially the fact that it hasn't been a draw in a Clásico since the first one in the COVID season. And a draw looking unlikely. It looks like someone will go out there and, get the win. But the question is, who's going to be there to take it, especially with 2 months before the Super Cup final, which we expect will be an El Clásico final yet again for the millionth time. They have 2 month grace period of having the advantage on their eternal rival, and also now have entail into what happens in the Champions League and the La Liga race as well, because we still have to play Atletico near the end of the year. They've already played Atletico. So they had to kind of have that game out the way. So this is why I think this El Clásico is going to have significant impact. And usually the one who wins the first El Clásico will go on and have the more successful season as well.
No, absolutely. And I'll be honest, I feel like you mentioned, both of our teams haven't really started the season the way we wanted performance-wise. Results, it's the opposite, right? I mean, Madrid fans, they can take solace at the fact that, they've not played well, but they've been getting the results. That's why they're currently top of the table, right? Kylian Mbappe has really started the season on fire. I feel like Vini has started the season better than he did last season, right? I'm not saying he's back to being the old Vini, but he's definitely improved. Arda Güler, given more opportunities under Alonso's system, has proven why he deserves to be playing, and why Ancelotti didn't give him a lot of chances. It was a travesty last season, right? There's a lot of positives you can kind of spin this around when you look at it, right? For both teams. But when I look at Barca, right, this season, we've been really hampered with injuries. Now, I'll be honest with you, right? I think that if you look at Madrid last season, you guys also had your injury problems.
Defense was cooked, mate. Our defense it was makeshift every single week. We just came up with new defenders, man. I don't even know what Ancelotti was doing, bruv, but that guy came up with new defenders every week, man. I don't know what's going.
Because the thing is, it's so weird because last season our best strength was our attack, and most of our injuries this season has been in our attack. We've lost Lewandowski, we lost Dani Olmo, we've lost Rafinha, we lost Yamal at some point this season.
I think every attacker we've had has been injured at some point.
I've been injured, apart from Rashford.
Rashford.
Rashford is the only one. Everybody else has had injury
problems.
Right. And that's unfortunately our problem, because that's where our strength is, our attack. And now that we've lost Rafinha, which look, I wasn't sure that Rafinha was going to play in the game before this morning when I spoke to Hafet, right? But not having him in this game just lowers our expectation even more, even though we haven't had him for the past few weeks, right? Having him in this game, I feel like would have been different, right? Because for me, Ferran Torres, sure, he's going to be back for this game, right? There was a lot of talk, right? We were talking about this, me and Hafet, and we were saying, listen, I said I would personally start Rafinha. I would have started Rafinha with Yamal and Rashford as my attack and put Firmino in the 10, right? Basically, like you mentioned, Dave, right? Use our best strength against Real Madrid. Our attack is our best strength, right? What we can do, basically play our best attackers in this game and basically give your defense something to be worried about, because your defense has shown when it is troubled, they have shown tendencies of breaking under the pressure. Even in games where you guys really haven't lost or maybe kept clean sheets, you leave the game thinking, this team was trash. They're so bad in their finishing. Even that game against Juventus, that's what I was saying at the end of the day. Vlahovic had a one-on-one with the keeper and missed it. Right? Kalulu, he was
at the end, 9 men.
Exactly. He was sent free. Come on. This is my point. Those opportunities, you look at that and you're like, okay, this is the same case. And this is the thing, Dave, right? Like Barcaboy just said, when you look at Real Madrid's in the big game test, losing is acceptable if you lose with a fight. So if you see your team give their all and they lose narrowly, you can say, I'm unhappy, but I've seen some signs that in the next time we play these guys, it could be a different result. The issue is, Dave, you guys in the big test haven't just lost, you've been humbled. That's the problem. And I feel like Madrid fans should have, especially in the Atletico game, if they had seen the performances before the Atletico game, they would have realized this was coming. Because we were giving away too many good chances against Mallorca.
They were due a humbling, They were
exactly. You guys would do it. And the funny thing is, even though that's the last time you lost the game, I feel like you guys have still not learned your lessons from the game against Atletico. I think that you guys are still giving away those easy chances. And that's why I think that we have a great opportunity to win this game despite all the problems we have. Right? Do you think that the game against Juventus might give Alonso something to maybe consider going into this game against Barcelona?
We haven't played one great team all season.
Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah, Atletico were not good before you played them, to be fair.
Bro, Atletico Madrid aren't a great team this season. Juventus aren't a great team this season. We have not played one singular great team this season. That is a problem. Have Barcelona? Yes, they have, in PSG. But obviously, without the front three, regardless of the setup, Luis Enrique is always going to set up the team well. Yeah? I would call Vallecano not a great team, but they cause problems. They cause you major problems. Sevilla are not great by any chance. I think Barcelona, that was the wake-up call that you needed. But, yeah, we haven't played one great team at all this season. Yeah, because if we were going into this match and played Man City already in the Champions League, I said that we would have played a great team. Yeah, and that's another match I'm worried about. You see, so there are certain situations where against mediocre teams or decent or good teams like Atletico Madrid, we got pumped. Juventus, we could have conceded easily. Villarreal, they're decent enough, but they're not outstanding. Let's just call it as it is. Villarreal are not supposed to. They're nowhere near Real Madrid or Barcelona's level.
They're not away from home. I feel like they don't. Really
maybe in La Ceramica they'll be different, but we haven't played a great team. And Atletico Madrid, the way they got absolutely pumped by Arsenal shows their actual true level. I don't care if it's played at the Metropolitano. I don't care. That game showed their true level. And they showed also, Arsenal, the true level of Real Madrid in terms of how can they, Arsenal, who I would say probably the second best team in Europe, how can Arsenal make Atletico Madrid look like a 20th place Premier League team? That's mad, bro.
Yeah, it was so easy.
Arsenal, if they were playing in La Liga right now, I'm telling you, they'll be
comfortably top. I'm not gonna lie.
They'll be comfortably top. They wouldn't have lost, or they wouldn't probably haven't conceded a flipping goal yet. That's how crazy it would be. And I'm really, really shocked at the way that we got battered by Atletico Madrid. I'm really shocked by it. I'm sorry. I'm really shocked by it.
And considering also, and I'm going to cut you out, Dave, but considering also that was probably that's the best game they've played this season against anyone.
Yeah,
that is literally their best game, because I've seen them draw against Elche.
Well, they played decently against Liverpool, but Liverpool
but I mean, like wins.
minute.
They played well against Liverpool, but that game against you was by far away their best performance of any game this season.
Yeah,
they have not played
as
good as they played against you, and that is, like you mentioned, that adds to your point, Dave.
Yeah, it does add to my point, because the next good team that we're playing conveniently Barcelona. So now we've gone from here to here, and we haven't played anybody in that kind of area. But Barcelona have played. They played a team better than Real Madrid in PSG. They narrowly lost.
People say second string PSG team.
I don't care for second string PSG team. Yeah, the actual pieces of the puzzle put by Luis Enrique is that team would have beaten Real Madrid. That PSG team would have beaten Real Madrid. I'm telling you right now. Yeah, because PSG, the same system applies. It doesn't really matter. So we are not good enough, essentially, and Barcelona not good enough to be saying anything in terms of outlandishly that we are going to beat you and we are going to beat you. Yeah, even though you have faith in your team, regardless, doesn't matter. Yeah, but Real Madrid, they don't have Real Madrid fans don't have full confidence to say that. And like Barcaboy also said, the Barcelona fans, they've been saying exactly the same thing in the opposite direction, because they don't have the confidence. They haven't seen their team play outstanding. Barcelona, apart from PSG, maybe Newcastle away. I wouldn't even call Newcastle that great. Maybe they're good. Yeah, but in St. James's Park,
John Garcia had to make a lot of good saves in that game against
Exactly. And John Garcia has made plenty of good saves against Vallecano on different teams. Look,
yes, he's the reason we kept a point. We should have lost that game.
Exactly. So there are situations in this game where I say, okay, Real Madrid could really harm Barcelona, but there are also situations where you can say that Barcelona can really harm Real Madrid. Yeah. So you are literally looking at this match like it's just a clean slate. It's like, I'm going to say this now. If Barcelona was 7th and Real Madrid were 1st, yeah, I'm telling you right now, La Liga, in terms of the state that it is, doesn't give me any barometer on how can we beat Barcelona. It doesn't matter, because European elite teams are European elite teams. Yeah, Barcelona and Real Madrid will always have a very, very good match, because it's just how it is. The form goes completely out the window when it comes to a Clásico, and form went out the window when it came to the Madrid derby as well. Yeah, but ultimately, at the end of the day, that Barcelona, they're coming to Real Madrid, they're coming to the Bernabeu first off. Yeah, and they're coming here to prove a point. And if they score the first goal, bro, it is going to be a long flipping night for Real Madrid. If Barcelona score the first goal, my lord, we are in trouble. I'm telling you, right, Real Madrid, and I was talking to Matrix earlier about it. We don't have the attitude anymore in our players. The players don't have cojones, as Troy Deeney would say. Yeah, we don't have cojones anymore. We don't. We a lot of the players, I'm gonna sorry my language, are pussies, mate. A lot of the players are pussies, mate. Yeah, a lot of them. The only one that I see that has a bit of oomph in him is Valverde and maybe Carvajal, but they're from that crop. You understand?
Yeah, they're from the crop of like the
before. Yeah, exactly. But I'm telling you, like, maybe Vini can do his shithousery, mate. I don't care if Vini dives and get a penalty, mate. I don't even care, bro. Yeah, he can initiate contact, mate. Look, Real Madrid. And look, the only banter that I can give Barcelona fans is if we win by a Mbappe pen, I don't even care, mate. As long as we win, nobody gives a toss. I mean, we'll be 5 points ahead. But ultimately, it's not going to go down like that. There's not going to be a 1-0 here. There's going to be 1-0 there. It's not going to be like that, yeah? Real Madrid, I tell you right now, yeah, we concede a goal, mate. Our heads will go from here to here, mate. Yeah, and the cojones won't rise, mate. They won't rise. They won't put pressure back on Barcelona. They might try, like we did against Atletico Madrid, but at the end of the day, who were really the strongest team in that match in the Madrid derby? Atletico Madrid were. They were the strongest team because they're playing for flipping the bloody Simeone, bruv. Yeah, when they're playing for Simeone, it's a different ball game. He wants his players to have attitude, mate. Attitude on the pitch. Yeah, sometimes that's a big factor in these matches. Yeah, is who has the mental battle, and Hansi Flick, he will coach that. At the moment under Xabi Alonso, our players look like absolute pussies, mate. I'm gonna lie, bro. The whole team looks like absolute pussies, mate. Yeah, the whole team. They have no oomph about them. They're just playing for the sake of playing. The way they pass, bro, the intensity is fucking shocking, mate. Come off it, mate. Don't try it with me, Real Madrid, mate, because you play like that against bloody Barcelona, they're gonna cook you, mate. And that's factual. But Sunday we'll see, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I lost the point, man. I lost train of thought, mate. Because it annoys the shit out of me. This team annoys the shit out of me. And I hope we win, mate. I hope we win.
No, well, listen, don't worry. We do have the Madrid lawyer here. The Madrid lawyer has decided
I have heard enough.
We're pussies, mate. We're pussies, mate. We're pussies.
I'm still not even fully set up for chaos.
I'm gonna join.
Enough.
We're pussies, mate. We're pussies.
What are we doing here?
We are pussies,
Barcelona
mate.
haven't looked good. All this, we've still not heard why Barcelona should be worried. It's just been what Real Madrid aren't doing.
Hey, bro, I was going to talk about that before you came in.
Girona.
Well, I was going to talk about that before you joined.
How about they should have lost to Oviedo?
Should you have lost to Juventus and Getafe, though?
Season. What are we doing here?
Well, I was going to talk about that before you got here, bro. I was just trying to finish the point with Dave.
Barca look like dirt. Let's be very honest here. All season, they've been conceding big chances. I'm seeing Jean Garcia having to do his best Thibaut Courtois impression. I get Real Madrid. Yeah, against Atleti, we've been trash, right? I'm not saying that we've been perfect. But heading into this match, we are 100% out of the two teams. We are on, I'd say, better stability than they are. They've been all over the place. And these teams are letting them get away with it.
No one's denying that.
Out. That's the thing. I don't know why he's doing it.
No one's denying that.
Nobody said that. Nobody said.
Nah. Because I'm hearing my man Dave.
But you didn't hear the beginning, bro. You didn't hear the beginning, mate.
This guy,
you're missing. I think you're missing the point.
What I said to them was that. Yeah, what I said was that Barcelona do have the weaknesses, but we don't know how to play in the way to exploit them. We don't play in the way we do. We don't.
I think we do. Because
we haven't shown it no chance this season.
Do the way that David.
But we haven't played against a team that plays like Barca, so we haven't had to play counterattacking football yet. But I think we can. I think Xabi Alonso will set us up that way. I don't think we're going to try and out-possession them. I don't think that we're going to go there trying to play.
We can't outplay Barcelona. We know that already.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I do agree with that, but I don't think that that's how Xabi Alonso is going to line up. I think Hansi Flick will have similar tactics in terms of it's going to be pressing, it's going to be fast-paced. I think we're going to allow Barca to have the ball. I think we're going to be more patient, and I think we're going to kill them on the counter because that's the best way to beat them. I've not seen Barca lose a game or struggle by somebody else trying to outplay them. No, they struggle when you exploit the space. I believe that Xabi Alonso will do that. I think we have a better squad than Barcelona. I think that we have a better 11 than Barcelona. And I think going into this game, everything favors us. So the expectations has to be more so that we win. I know that
Will, that is not wrong though. So here's the thing, Will. You are the home team. Of course. I feel like you know what it is, right? You guys, the pressure is really on you. Let's be honest, right? Because you guys have lost the last 4 Clásicos, right? So the expectations of the fans is going to be that we cannot let these guys get a 5th one. Even living with a draw is unacceptable after we've lost 4 times against these guys. Considering with the circumstances that they're coming into this game. We're coming with, not really in the best of form. We have injuries in our best areas, right? Our attack, which is our key, right? We've lost. We don't have no Rafinha, no Lewandowski, none of these guys available for this game. Here's the thing though, Will, right? You have to admit this. Even though, yes, you guys have had a better start than Barcelona this season. That's true. But here's the thing, Will. You watch Madrid, all of the Madrid games. You can't tell me that even in the games where you win, you're not leaving those games thinking, yeah, bro, we give away too many easy chances out here. Like these guys, like if we were playing a team that was more clinical, they would have made us suffer.
But I don't think that's the case in 95% of our games, though. That's the thing. I feel like that's the case for a majority of your games, right? Barcelona allowed.
I called it out. No. Calling it out.
For sure. But what I'm saying is that we don't allow that many big chances against us. Like, yes, teams have had opportunities. That's not. I'm not saying that we've been locking teams down, but our defense has been like. If you look, this season we've conceded 9 goals so far in the league. Right? 5 of them came against Atleti, which is unacceptable, but it does inflate the numbers a bit, right? Like in general, we do a good job of shutting teams down because we do just dominate possession. Teams don't really have that many opportunities against us. Whereas Barcelona, right? You guys it's like back and forth. It's like a basketball game, like a lot of how the Barca matches go, where you guys dominate the ball in terms of, yes, you're very effective, you move very fast, but at the same time, there's so much space that when teams win the ball back from you, they're immediately down the field, right? João Garcia, before his injury, he's only had 1 bad game. That was against Oviedo. Every other match, this guy's making big save after big save. That's not been the case for us. So I'm saying I think that we look more stable. I also think that we've had a better we've had a harder start to our season than like Barca have, right? Because for example, we play Villarreal, who are currently sitting 3rd, right? Shoot, even if you want to talk about when we played Espanyol, they were sitting 3rd, right? We played Atleti so far. I think the only team that Barca have played is PSG. That's it. And then you guys lost that game as well.
That's on paper, really, because on paper, yes, you guys have had a better start. You guys have played a tougher teams on paper, right? But here's the thing also, Will, right? You mentioned something that we need to get into. Most of your goals this season has come from that Atletico game. Doesn't it worry you that, yes, you guys, all the other games that you played, on paper, you guys should be winning all those games. You even said this. Remember when, before the season started, you were saying that the Atletico game was one of those games where you could draw points, but you can see yourself winning every game before that Clásico, right? That shows you. And the fact of the matter is this. Under Alonso, Will, right? Under Alonso, you guys have won every game that on paper you had to win. Apart from the games where you're like, okay, this is a test now where I need to see you actually set us up to win this game. You guys haven't just lost. You've been battered. That is the problem. And that's what I was
battered against before you came in. Before you came battered against Sevilla, though. Like, this is my thing.
No, Will.
And you should have been battered against Girona, who are sitting 20th. If they had any quality up front, you would have got battered.
But you're just doing inputs and maybes. You have to do absolute. I could say the same thing through all the games that you won nearly 1-0 after scoring past the 7th minute. It's the same thing.
All right, but Barca boy, tell me what game in La Liga besides Atleti should we have gotten battered like you should have? Tell me.
Well, what's your definition of battering?
Like losing that 5 more than 3 goals.
Game, okay, Sevilla, that game ended 4-1. That should have been the scoreline at halftime. With all the chances, with all the 1v1 that they had. Girona, who are sitting about what? Well, they were 18th that game. 18. And then at the end of the week match, they ended 20th. But Girona could have had 3 or 4 goals at halftime.
Yeah, I agree.
How many goals could Juventus have scored the other day before Jude Bellingham got his tap in?
Say it again.
How many goals should Juventus have gotten on Wednesday before Bellingham scored?
Okay, but Juve only had that one big chance, which came to Vlahovic. That was
what about the Kalulu chance? That Kalulu chance, if that was any other, if imagine even Balde had that opportunity, Balde would have scored.
They didn't have but aside
the Kalulu first, the one where Carreras was nowhere to be seen. That one.
But besides the Vlahovic, what about
the David one? Jonathan David. What about this as well?
But besides the Vlahovic 1-on-1, what clear-cut chances did Juve have?
The Jonathan David one late in the game. Well, you know, did you
I said
that out of your mind. The chance that he had right at the end.
I just
said before Asensio blocked.
Yeah.
That was after the
Was that after the Jude goal?
Yeah, I was saying Omar. I wasn't saying all the shots. I was saying before the Jude. But the point still saying, look at the goal that we conceded against.
Okay, what about the Kalulu one? That was in the first half, though.
Yeah, Courtois had to make several saves as well.
No, it wasn't. He was onside. He didn't read the ball on time. He moved instead of running towards like the goal towards Courtois to get a 1-on-1. He instead went out to the right and tried to cross the ball in and basically let your players gather back. That's what we were saying. That should have been a 1-on-1 because he was clear, bro. There was no one near him.
Look, the chances that Barcelona create. And the chances that Real Madrid create. Look, Barcelona will always create more chances than Real Madrid. That's factual. They have a much more fluid midfield, much more fluid attacking system than Real Madrid. And that's one thing that worries me about El Clásico is because, look, you could say maybe that, well, Barcelona conceded 10 goals. 4 of them came from Sevilla as well. So it's kind of the similar boat that we're in. I mean, it's 9 goals. 5 of them came from Atletico Madrid. Yes, we've been more solid defensively, but Barcelona have scored more goals than us anyway in La Liga. I know, granted, 6 of them came from bloody Valencia, but when Barcelona, they smell blood, they're ruthless. We said this yesterday on Galacticos, mate. When we try to go and trying to initiate something else apart from the goal we scored, we fall short because teams defend. They try to put low blocks. They try to do this because they know that Alonso is just going to the tactics is just passing the ball around like 20 times, you know. So it's very difficult to understand how teams are going to play on Sunday if we just look at it on what we've seen before. Because if Alonso tries to go in and try to outplay Barcelona, which I don't think he will, I know that Alonso's a bit more tactically astute than that. Like, if he tries anything on those lines, then Barcelona could really be ruthless in attack. Because one thing that Barcelona do have better than us is that attacking quartet, essentially, with the attacking the 9, the right wing, the left wing, the attacking 10. We know that they're super direct. Like, we can't deal with that consistently for the whole match. We need to be a bit more different than we are, because they will just, like, 2-3 passes, they'll already be near our goal. That's the problem. So what I was saying before, Will, when you came in, is that, like, we need to play them completely different, man. If we don't play them differently, it's going to get very ugly. I'm sorry, mate, but we need to play them differently. We cannot, but it's at home. It's a home advantage. Obviously, we have the 12th man, essentially the fans. So I don't know, man. It's a very wide open Clásico. It's probably the widest that I've
that's
seen.
The important thing, Dave, isn't it? Because here's the thing, right? I know we keep talking about, you know, what Madrid need to do, but here's the thing, Will, right? I was gonna say this before you came in, right? And I was gonna give us Barcaboy the same thing, because here's the thing. I feel like this Clásico, right? Madrid's weaknesses is something basically Barcelona's best strengths are, right? Our best strengths is where your biggest weaknesses are, and our worst weaknesses is where your best strengths are. Basically, you just mentioned this, Dave. You have in your team, in your attack, it's pace. You have players that if they go past that high line, we are cooked. You understand what I mean, right? Because we have no fast defenders that can catch any of your players.
No, Eric Garcia and Kabasi were absolutely destroyed by Mbappe.
Not. No,
if he runs behind, he's done. It's done.
Yeah, and there's no partnership we can put out to basically help us catch up to those players if they be the highlight. Not one, right? And that's the thing. And like you mentioned, Will, right?
Mm-hmm.
I watched the game against Girona, and I even said this after the Girona game. I said, brother, if we play like this against Real Madrid, bro, Mbappe is going to eat us for breakfast. Because I'm watching that game, looking at how many chances they had one-on-one. I'm like, if that's Mbappe, bro, he's got a hat trick before the end of that first half. You understand what I mean, right? But then I looked at the game in the Champions League, and even your game before that, in the Getafe game. And I'm gonna be very honest, I feel like with the Getafe game, right? You guys went there with this, I don't know, you guys went there with the air of comfortableness, where you guys were thinking, it's Getafe, we don't have to go to second gear. You feel me, right? That's how I felt like that game went. I feel like it was right around the end of the game when they got the player sent off, where you guys finally felt the pressure of now we actually need to score, or else we're going to draw this game. And then Mbappe scores the winner. And another thing you also need to take into account is this also, right? You guys are very over-reliant on Kylian Mbappe.
That's the problem.
That's the thing. I feel like that game, in the game against Juventus, was the most quiet I've seen him all season. He has not been that quiet.
He didn't really get service too much.
Yeah, because he was getting locked up by Juventus. The two centre backs were just.
He did have some decent. He could have scored though. He did have about two.
He was dropping deep though. He was dropping a little bit deeper than I would prefer.
He should have. He had two chances that I would say a player of his quality. He should.
Yeah, I know, and I just want to say this just as kind of like a final point on Mbappe. Just maybe swiftly moving on to him, is that Mbappe, when you give him space to run, like for example the pass that Arda Güler made to Mbappe in that Atletico Madrid game, those are the passes I could see Arda Güler doing in this game. You see, where he can latch onto those passes. And Arda Güler last year, he wasn't featured at all for Ancelotti, and we didn't have that kind of creative element in our team to do that and feed those passes at the right time, the right moment, where Mbappe can latch on behind space. So it's all dependent on Hansi Flick's setups and how Alonso setups, because it's literally like this. It's all hanging in the balance at the moment. It's all hanging in the balance. We have no idea until we see the starting lineups. 1 hour before the game, we will have an idea of how Hansi Flick wants to play and how Xabi Alonso wants to play. Because as soon as I see a 4 at the back, I know we're just going through the same situation where it's just like literally, okay, we're going to try and pass the ball around. I know when we do that 4 at the back, I know it's going to happen like that. Yeah? So I'm very wary. And if Hansi Flick plays Casado as a holding, I know they're going to be sitting a bit deeper. They're not going to do the high line. They're not going to do it. Especially against Real Madrid with their pace. It's impossible. You get eaten.
Yeah, speaking of that, Barcaboy, listen, I want to ask you this, right? Now that unfortunately, Rafinha is officially out of this game now, right? We were holding out some hope that he might be back for this. Now that he is confirmed to be out, do you think that Flick could potentially put Fermin out in the left and move Pedri up higher, and then maybe put Casado and De Jong as like the midfield pivot to basically work with like the Madrid midfield? You understand what I mean, right? Kind of like have someone sit.
Happening.
You feel me, right? I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if he did decide to play that in the game, right? Maybe move Pedri a little bit higher and put Fermin, Rashford, and Yamal as the partnership. Because I'm very honest, I don't want to see Ferran start in this game. I want him to start from the bench. I feel like his best work comes from the bench. You understand what I mean, right? And that would be a great weapon to have against Real Madrid if the game is tied. Like, I'm not saying this is like a draw. Let's say the game is still close, right? Ferran Torres could be a great asset from the bench. Do you think, Hafe, that Flick could potentially do that? We could potentially see him do that in this game.
I think it won't. It's not potential. It's a most likely scenario. I could see Flick doing that. I also could think there's a bit of a chance that Ferran starts with him being fit for Olympiacos, him not featuring whatsoever. Maybe Flick saving him for Clásico. And the only way Fermin starts in the 10 is if Ferran Torres starts, which of course put Rashford out wide on the left. I think if Rashford starts up front, he'll go with the midfield 3 of Pedri, Casado, and De Jong. That's just my perspective on things. Just trying to, with how Flick has been moving in the recent months as well. It's starting to get more predictable what he will do. But I think if Ferran starts, Then we'll see Fermin the 10. If Ferran doesn't start, then I think we'll see Fermin out wide on the left.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, for me, I'm not gonna lie, man. I do want to see that front three. I do want to see that midfield three because, like you just mentioned, right? I feel like Madrid's biggest strengths this season, right? Your best players who really performed this season have been Mbappe and Arda Güler. I think Vini has been improved from last season, but let's be honest, this is not Vini that you guys know. You're right. We haven't seen like the best out of Vini yet, right? And even regardless of that, I still think that even with that being said, Vini is still Vini. You understand what I mean, right? He could just pop in with a goal in this game, right? But I mean, however, do you think that maybe Flick could potentially maybe drop the high line a little bit in this game? You know, consider who we're playing against.
No, Flick put a high line 1-0 up in a UCL final with a minute to go, so I don't think he will. So we'll see.
I mean, that high line.
I know Carnage is laughing, but we beat him 4 times last season with the high line.
Hey, look, goals, that's a very different scenario to what's going to happen this season.
The team is literally the same.
I literally pray to God that you guys come with that high line. We all know.
I do also.
Hansi Flick is a myth, but the guy man. Hansi Flick in his second season, the guy is mid. Like, come on.
Let's be real. Will he wins on his second season?
What I'm saying is, right, at Bayern, first season did a madness. Okay. Second season was mid. I could win the Bundesliga.
How was it mid, bro? He won the double in the second season.
Got knocked out the UCL, though. I don't care. Hey, look, Omar, I don't care what you do in the Bundesliga as Bayern. That's like a PSG fan flexing the Copa de France. Who cares, bruv? You're the best team in that country by a mile.
All right. Okay. You know what? I'm flipping glad this guy said this.
Go ahead, man.
This guy is saying this. Where did your manager come from? Okay, where did your manager come from? Where did your manager come from, bro? Where did your manager come from? Where did your manager come from?
The Bundesliga.
Okay, so all of a sudden,
hold on.
What's this Alonso hype?
Hold on. But do you think that's a got you moment? Was Xabi managing Bayern München, the best team that?
No, but you just mentioned the Bundesliga.
Hold on. Because of Xabi Alonso, the Bundesliga was actually relevant for a year because a team that besides Bayern won it for the first time in like 11 years, bro, and that was Xabi's side, and they went invincible. So let's not have Leverkusen to win the Bundesliga. What are we doing here?
That's Tuchel tax.
Yeah, that is Tuchel. That is Tuchel, man. That's Tommy Tuchel.
That's Tuchel tax. Bro. Listen, Thomas Tuchel took over a team that was on the verge of winning a treble in the 22-23 season, and he got knocked out in 1 week from the Champions League and in the
but he's at Leverkusen. You don't have those expectations for.
Okay, well, you're saying that, bro.
But you don't have these expectations for Leverkusen.
What happened when Company came in charge? Because Company wasn't hyped before he went to.
Wait. The last time that you had high expectations for Leverkusen was when like 2000, 2001,
2002,
before Xabi Alonso came in. They weren't relevant for like 2 decades, bro. Like, what are we doing here? Xabi made them relevant.
Bro, Bayern finished third, Will. They finished behind Stuttgart. So I don't know why you're acting like they but that's the point. They were not good that season. Even Stuttgart finished ahead of them.
But guess what? Xabi did it invincible. Point is, that has nothing to do with right now. If you think that your manager is going to come to my ground with those tactics this season, now that we have a manager that has a game plan, we're not just relying on individual brilliance and the power of brotherhood. It's not working. It's not. I'm telling you, we are perfectly set up to take advantage of your weaknesses. Real Madrid are more than capable of playing without the ball. Barcelona cannot. There's only one way for Barca to really play. Like, Barca need possession. Your midfield cannot play without the ball. Pedri, De Jong, they need the ball to be at their best. Your back line, they're more so ball-playing defenders. Like, Kubarsi looks mid. Araujo's going to probably make a mistake. Alejandro Balde's been looking trash this season.
What happened to Carreras, bro?
Jules Kounde is more so worried about Paris Fashion Week. This guy's not even worried about how to defend. I'm telling you something right now. There is not anything in my belief system that has me fearing Barcelona in this matchup. None. I am not. We are winning El Clásico. I am very confident. I'm very confident, bro. I back my squad. I think everything is
honestly, Ryan, just
put
your bias aside for a second. Do you see any possibility of us winning this game?
Oh, of course. Of course.
No, because you're speaking, because the way you're speaking, I'm just like, you make it seem like we have zero chance to win this game.
Nah, of course you don't have zero chance. I'm more so speaking on my confidence, right? Nothing's 100%. Like there's no such thing as 100%. It's not guaranteed that Madrid are going to win. I just heavily believe that we are. But of course,
do you think that the reason why? Okay, let me ask you. Do you think, honestly, for you, do you believe that because this game is at the Bernabeu, right? And also, like I mentioned earlier, the thought of Barca coming to the Bernabeu and winning for the 5th time in a row is going to be not just in the players' minds, but also in the fans' minds of like, wait, we lost to these guys 4 times, bro. This cannot run. And another thing also, Will, with Yamal's recent quotes, like, apparently your players are not happy with Yamal right now. Do you think that your players might take some confidence out of that and say, nah, man, we got it now. There's no way we're going to let these guys get away. Do you think are those one of the few reasons where you think the players could take motivation from that to win this game?
I mean, of course, but I don't really think you need the extra motivation because it's like you said, bro. It's a Clásico. We lost every time last season, and we're at home. I don't think, even if Yamal said nothing, I think we still need to have had whatever motivation. Thing is, I like Lamine Yamal. You guys know this. I think he's a fantastic player, and I have no issue with him talking shit. I have no issue with him saying Madrid are crybabies and cheats, and I don't care. Now, the only thing that annoys me is that how come our players don't do that? That annoys me.
Courtois does, to be fair. Courtois does, bro. He be throwing shade.
But Courtois only brought up Negreira because what your president said.
But he's done this before. Dave, am I lying? Do you remember back in the day? He used to do this. Like I remember we played. Okay, yeah. Well, I remember a year. Was it in the 1920 season, right? When we were, I think, was it 1920 or there was a season where we were basically top of the table and we were about to win the league, right? And we lost to you guys the first Clásico, and I think we drew the second Clásico, so you guys didn't beat us. We didn't beat you guys last season, right? And then Courtois came out and threw shades at us and said, "Well, Barcelona don't deserve the La Liga because they didn't beat Madrid in the season." Like, do you hear me, right?
I mean, I don't remember that, but
see, that's my point. So this is why I'm like this, and this is why when people are getting angry with what Yamal saying, I'm like, bro, if you guys know anything, Barcelona Madrid, like. Remember, PK used to do this. Ramos, Abeloa, bro. This has been happening. You remember Dave?
It's been happening for a long time. But I mean, the social media like influence has increased since then as well. So you can't really disregard it, and it will always happen. It will always happen. Barca players will bite Real Madrid. Real Madrid, I would say, because of the recent successes, I don't think they will do that too much, but I think a lot of players, they feel like they will need to if Barcelona just give it all that and they just hold in their tongue. They're not going to hold their tongues for too long, because last year was an embarrassment. That's why Barcelona fans can really be, doing this season because, look, we held 4 L's last season. That's ridiculous. So they can do that, but look, just let the football do the talking on the pitch. Who cares about what's happening on social media? Let the football do the talking on the pitch and let the players dictate the future of La Liga. Because if we beat Barcelona, we got 5 points clear. That is at this stage. Problem for us. That this stage is already quite a big thing because I don't think Real Madrid will lose against. Why I do give credit for, and I've said this time and time again, is that against the smaller teams in La Liga, we'll probably batter them all. Not batter, but we'll probably beat them all. It doesn't matter if it's 1-0s or 2-1s or whatever. We've had endless 2-1s this season, or 1-0s, We've only beaten teams by 1 goal sometimes, but we'll do that the majority of the time. That's factual, And if we beat Barcelona, we are 1 step closer to La Liga. Trust me on this one. One step closer because those lower teams, we suffocate them too much. They don't have no chances to score against us. I'm telling you right now, they are going to find it very difficult. The only way Barcelona can really beat Real Madrid this season towards that La Liga title is if they beat Real Madrid twice, they beat Atletico Madrid twice as well, and they get a lot of the results that they want along the season. They're going to fall short on some results, though. You have to admit, Barcelona. You're going to have not maybe like Sevilla's, but you're going to have matches like, for example, Vallecano.
Betis,
Bilbao's, all these different teams, man.
Those will give you problems, though, Dave. Let's be honest. Last season, right? You guys
they gave us problems. They gave us major. They won't give us problems this season. Trust me, on this one. I know that for a fact. We hold the ball for 75% of the flipping game, bro. Like they'll barely have any chances on goal. That's how it is with Real Madrid. Yeah, I know it's boring. I know it's just like a tactical battle, but one thing that Alonso's doing well is that we're controlling games, man. Like Villarreal, the third best team in La Liga currently as it stands.
I mean, to be fair,
what did they do against us? What did they do against us?
They banged their two best players before that game, and then they brought in their best striker.
They still did nothing, mate. They did nothing. That's the problem.
Fair, Villarreal did have that one chance, like right before halftime.
Yeah, right before halftime, bro. If they had Pepe or the Georgian striker, they could have scored that. That was before it was 0-0. This is my point.
His record at the time isn't that great either.
Will, this is the point I'm making, right? When I talk about your weaknesses, here's the thing, right? Even in the games where you win, you've noticed before you guys score, usually you always give a one big chance. And you know what's funny, right? You were mentioning this, right? And Dave mentioned the same thing. And I said this with Hafed yesterday when we were doing our show, right? Will, the first goal of this game is imperative for both teams because you mentioned how you guys want to get the first goal. Here's the thing: the same thing applies with us because I truly believe that if we get the first goal and we silence the Bernabeu, that is going to basically get to the players' heads. You understand what I mean, right? Because the fans are going to be vocal. You know the Madrid fans are going to be vocal, bro, if we get that first goal. You understand what I mean, right? And the pressure is going to be on you, and you guys are going to start going all guns blazing and could just give us more opportunities to hit you on the counter. You understand what I mean, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like the same thing applies with us, where I feel like if we concede the first goal, well, let's say we concede early, bro, this could be a long day for us. Like, I don't want to see my club get battered, bro. I'm not going to lie, because the amount of batters we did give you last season, bro, I know Will is like waiting in the wings. He's like, bro, I need us to beat these guys.
That's why I said that. It's either going one or two ways. Either Barcelona battering us or we're going to batter them. That's it. It's either one or two ways, guys. Trust me in this one. The people are relying on 3-3s and 4-4s.
Yeah, listen, don't be surprised if you see 3-3.
It's not happening, bro.
Listen, bro. But listen, guys, I wanted to do something quickly since, we got two Barca fans in here, right? I wanted to do a combined 11 of players that are currently fit for this game. I don't want to talk about players that are on because I feel like we'll be here all day, right? I want to quickly do a combined 11 of what the team that we could the best players coming into this Clásico. So
we're actually going to do quite well here, Will, mate.
Unfortunately, I can see you guys doing well.
That's a fact, bro. It's a fact.
Yeah,
it is what it is. But listen. I mean, Listen. Here it is. 4-2-3-1. I've done 4-2-3-1 because that's the formation that both of our teams played this season. Alonso has played the same thing. We played the same thing. So, listen, let's get into it. I mean, in goal, I'm gonna be very honest. I can't even debate. Let's be on Courtois, man.
Wait till Juan Garcia comes back.
Yeah, if Juan Garcia was different conversation.
I think still Courtois will concede less goals than Juan Garcia across the season.
No, bro.
I'm not saying it's Juan Garcia. I'm just saying there's a debate to be had. We could have had a discussion, but the session's been shared.
There's a debate. Valverde's right back.
So far this season, Juan Garcia has looked better because he's.
That's my point. I feel like he would have been a much more interesting debate if he was fit.
Yeah. Like Courtois hasn't been as busy as Jean Garcia was.
So right back,
we limit the opposition's chances.
At right back, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't think any of our team's right backs have been that.
Yeah, I think, but that's the thing, isn't it?
If you want to put somebody there, the only Barca player that you can argue for is Eric Garcia.
Eric Garcia hasn't played enough there. Kounde has been playing there, and Kounde has not been good.
If Valverde's be better than Valverde's,
I would say, because Carvajal is fit. I would say Carvajal, bro.
Who's played most at right back for you?
Valverde,
That's my point. I think, would you say Valverde?
So Pope Valverde and Pope Valverde.
They all played like the same amount. Because remember, Valverde's only played.
Valverde's been the best though. I think he's been good though.
So wait, you think Valverde has played better than Carvajal this season so far as a right back?
For me personally, yeah, Valverde's been better.
Yeah, I think that Valverde's been our best right back, but Carvajal and Trent haven't been trash.
They have not been trash, but they have not been available enough.
Yeah, no. They just been.
That's why I feel like with certain players, that's why they're not going to be in this team. But
Valverde has fallen, mate. Man's our most important midfielder. Now he's our most important right back.
Yeah, but that shows you how bad we've been, bro, in defense, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. The fact that we have a midfielder in our right back. When last season we were talking about Kounde being the best right back and one of the best right backs in the world, bro. The follow-up.
Militao and could you put Eric
Militao
Garcia?
and Housen. Come on now, stop.
Yeah.
Bro, is Housen playing in this game?
Yes.
Well, you're not putting. Okay, wait.
No, I would not put Dean Housen in.
Let's be very clear here.
The house has been better.
Not one Barca center back and your left back does not get
Christensen.
Christensen's barely played.
No, I would put Eric Garcia. I think Eric Garcia's had a good season.
Eric Garcia
better
over
players.
Who?
Okay, you're gonna have to pick between Militao and Housen, bro. You're gonna have to pick between Militao and Housen.
Militao and Housen have been better than any defender that you guys have.
I think you're hyping up.
This guy, he's a
promoter. I think you're hyping up Housen a little bit.
That's my point. He's
one shit game, and against Atleti, he was awful. I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh no." He was terrible. That is the only performance that you can say that he's really played bad. That's the only one.
I would argue that Eric Garcia's played every game well, even when we lost to Sevilla and PSG. I think he was our best player in both of those games.
You know, Eric Garcia has been your best centre back. He's been your best centre back.
Yeah, but just because he's your best centre back doesn't mean that he gets in. Eric Garcia wouldn't start for us.
No, that's true.
I know that. Eric Garcia would not displace any one of our defenders.
I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm struggling to defend my defenders in this game.
I think that
I'm trying, bro. No, I really want to try. You know me. I really want to try, but I'm like,
I'm not gonna die on that hill, but that's what I think.
I'm going for Militao and Dean Housen. Yeah,
I can't lie. I mean, you know what it is, our defense has been so trash, bro. That's our problem, bro. It's not just been bad. It's just been down like awful, man.
But I just went off with Carter. He said that Dean Housen.
Militao has been our best. Militao has been our best center back.
Militao has been your best center back. So I agree with that.
I'm not arguing Militao. I just think that Eric Garcia from August till now has had a better time for Barcelona than Housen has for Madrid. Housen's been getting a lot.
So we're going Militao Housen or Militao Garcia?
I'm going Militao Housen, bro, because I just think Housen is better than Eric Garcia. Do you know what? Sorry, Barcelona fans. I think Eric Garcia is a scrub, mate. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I wouldn't argue against that.
That's what we have, Dave. That's the problem.
No.
That's what we have.
Go ahead, Pastor
I think even if you look at peak for peak, Housen would probably be a better center back than Eric Garcia. But I'm saying right now, I think that Eric Garcia is this season for 2 months so far had a better time and better season.
Eric Garcia is like 180 centimeters, man. That's fucking crazy to you as a center back, bro. That's crazy.
Militao and Housen would start for Barcelona if you guys had them.
Yeah, they would.
That's true.
Eric Garcia is holding bench. Like, let's just be real.
We could do a split one on the
Eric Garcia. Let's be honest, Hafed, right? Eric Garcia is only starting because our defense has been so awful, bro. He's
just started since the beginning of the season.
Eric Garcia would have been a right back.
But since Kounde got injured last season, he's been starting for Barcelona since April until now October. So it's not a big change.
Housen has one bad game against Atleti, and now we're having these conversations.
We're not having. Listen to what I'm saying. We're not having a conversation. I think for peak, bar for bar, Housen is better than Eric Garcia. Yes, but Housen has been getting.
Is it my Wi-Fi?
No, it's Hafed.
Okay.
You mentioned that he didn't play well against Atleti, and I'm telling you, Eric Garcia has been consistent and was our best player in the PSG game in which we lost, and one of, if not our best player in the Sevilla game we lost. That's my counter argument. That's all I'm saying.
It's all good. It's all good. But listen, listen. It's fine. We'll just put Housen, unfortunately. It is what it is. Our defense is not good. So
are we talking about? Okay, wait. So is this on form? Right, form.
Left back.
Correas has been better than Balde this season. Name me one.
Balde has not been fit, to be fair. That's the only reason I'm probably
when
Correas in here.
Okay, wait.
Because Correas had a good start, but he's fallen off. Come on, Will, let's be real.
Yeah,
but it's very similar to Housen, right? Leading up to that Madrid derby, they were incredible. After that Madrid derby, it's not been like what it was before. But Alvaro Correas this season has been clear of Balde.
Dude, he's not been clear, Will. He's had a good start, but he's not been the same since I would say the past.
But name me
Carnage, your point for
wait, just Barcaboy, just 1 second, brother, and I'll let you go. Just name me one good Balde performance this season. One. I watched every game for Barca.
Well, he's not playing enough, Will. I can't give you because he hasn't played enough. That's why I said I'll put Carreras in here because he hasn't.
Gerard Martinez has been featuring more for Barcelona.
Hear me out. The point that I want to make real quick is that what Carnage is saying for the Balde.
He's put Housen. It's the same for Housen.
It's exactly what I'm trying to make with Eric Garcia. I think it should be Alvaro. I'm not arguing for Balde. I think Balde has been good when he's played, but he just hasn't played too much. I think against Olympiacos.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. That's what I think as well.
But what Carter is saying for this debate is what I was saying for Eric Garcia.
Dean Housen. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, because I think overall as a player, I don't even know. I haven't. We've seen Carreras enough. We've seen Carreras enough.
Overall, as a player, it's 100% Balde. 100%.
Yeah, I think Balde is better than Carreras overall. I think he's better than Carreras overall. That's fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen. Let's get into
this season. What we've seen so far,
yeah. I mean, listen. Let's get into it. I'm not gonna lie. We knew we were not gonna win the defensive debate.
If we're talking this season so far on form, it might be a Barca midfield.
Hey, I'm just saying, but this is where we will actually have to fight back now, because I feel like for the rest of the squad, we can actually bring a conversation here.
All right, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Your double pivot. Pedri, De Jong, fair. But in the 10, it's Arda Güler.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, that's definitely.
But Carnage, you're being a bit inconsistent. Guler's been in and out of the team, whereas Fermin Lopez has been consistent for Barcelona.
Oh, okay. I can't defend that.
Barcaboy. Do you know that Arda Güler this season has the most chances created in Europe? Period. No player has created more than Arda Güler this season.
Yeah, Arda Güler is definitely.
Arda Güler has started damn near every game for us. What are you talking about?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not Barcaboy. I can't even defend that, bro. How are you gonna say that when Fermin has had to intervene with Dani Olmo? Come on, man. He's been having
but Dani Olmo hasn't played this season.
Fermin has cooked when he's played, but he's not really been starting.
So again, the point that I'm trying to make is that when Fermin has played for the 3 weeks he was injured, he's been better than Arda Güler. Dani Olmo has not started. He started one game this season.
Will's about to retire, man. Oh God!
Are we serious? Is this what we're doing here?
Carnage, relax. I'm not dying. I'm not.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, yes.
Fermin, amazing, great hat trick versus Olympiacos. Let's be honest. Besides that performance against Valencia, let's not act like he's been cooking all season.
One second. Take away.
Wait. What about the opening game, Will?
No, wait, hold on. Just let him go. Wait. Just let Barcaboy go. Go ahead.
Don't take away the hat trick. He scored in our first opening few games. He scored in the when we had our good run of form for a week against Getafe and Valencia. He's been, clear. He put Dani Olmo on the bench, who was the starter last season. Dani Olmo only started one game this season. The only reason why he started that game was because Fermin Lopez wasn't fit. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay, wait. So it's your belief that this season, Fermin Lopez, man like Feminine Lopez.
Oh, here we go.
Better than Arda Güler.
Yes.
No, that's it's a bit wild, mate.
No, we're going to
that is not wild at all.
Listen, listen, I'm not going to big up to you, man. I'm not going to lie. Listen, Fermin has been great when he's played, but I feel like he hasn't played enough. And Güler has really improved from last season, man. I'm sorry. I really want to be shameless, but I can't be shameless, bro. There's certain things I can't defend, bro.
Yeah, we might as well move on to the left wing because I think that's what.
Okay, left wing. We got is between. Okay, so we're picking Rashford between Rashford and Vini. I'm picking Rashford.
And also another point, just really quickly as well. Güler and Fermin are both playing in different areas of the pitch as well, because Güler ain't touching the 10. Kounde doesn't play.
What?
Ask these Super Madrid fans. Ask them where he plays.
What's that?
Arda has majority this season played advanced.
You think
He's
so?
been higher up the pitch. He's essentially been our 10.
He's been the most advanced. Yeah.
Some games he has played in the 8. Some games he has, but a majority of his minutes this season have been essentially as the 10. Because Jude's been out.
Yeah.
Like Jude just coming back really. So maybe he'll drop deeper because against Juve, Arda played deeper. So maybe that's what Xabi will do. But so far, a majority of his minutes has been at the 10, bro.
Yeah.
Left
wing, mate. Let's go to left wing, mate.
Just put Yamal.
Yamal on the right. Okay, Yamal on the right.
And put Mbappe up front. We know that.
There's nobody that could, like Franco, Brahim. There's nobody that we can.
No, nobody's talking to Yamal.
Yeah.
Okay, so left wing.
Mbappe.
I'm gonna be very honest. I'm picking Rashford. I'm sorry. Rashford has been better than Vini. Well, I know you're gonna.
I'll give you Rashford only because of the Champions League performances.
He's been more consistent.
That's put him above.
Wait, even in the league, Will, even in games where we're not performing, look at the Sevilla game.
Not in the league.
Bro,
he's been more consistent, mate.
Since the international break, Will, since he returned from the September international break, he hasn't put one foot wrong in this Barca team.
Rashford has been very consistent. Like I see him every game. Like he's probably looking at the most dangerous player on the Barcelona team. That's crazy. Like Vini's turning up in certain moments, and I liked him for what he done against Juventus. Like that's why I like Vini, because he can turn up in those instances and change games. But Rashford's been very consistent. I have to admit. I'll put Rashford there.
Rashford's been consistent with chipping in with GA, but like for example,
so what's Vini? I could use this.
But like for example, like against Sevilla, Rashford was not good, but he got that goal. Aside from that, brother did nothing before that, did nothing after that. Right, like again,
isn't that a sign of a good player though? That wasn't that Vinicius basically all of last.
That is my point. I'm confused how he's saying that when Vini he's been doing the same thing.
I know, but last season Vini was getting some GA, but he was still trying.
No. Will he was getting GA, but dude, he was quiet for most of the games. That's why he dropped off so much.
Yeah, bro, but that's what I'm saying. Because Vini last season was getting some GA, but he was still looking like. Not a good, like he was still looking.
Okay, but this is different.
So, I know,
Rashford, it's not just GA that Rashford has been shown. Rashford has actually been our best attacker. Everything that goes on his side, he's actually been doing well. Like we can look at when we look at the rest of the team and say these guys are not pulling their weight. I can say the same thing about Rashford. Rashford actually looks like he's the only one that's actually giving his all in every game. You understand what I mean? Forget the goals and assists. Most of the time, he's doing the things as Barca fans we want to see the attackers do. You understand what I mean? So
I haven't really been moved by Rashford too much.
I feel like it's because of the name. I'm very honest. I think it's because of the name.
No.
He's been more consistent.
Rashford's doing good. Like Rashford's doing well. I'm not gonna say that. Like in terms of for how I rate him, because I don't rate Rashford highly. Like I've been watching this guy for a decade. I don't rate him as a footballer that highly. So I think for his level, I think he's doing well. But again, like I've watched games where if he's not getting GA, we're talking about that performance like, yeah, Rashford was stinky. It's like it's very similar to like, let's say Yamal versus Olympiacos. I thought he was mid, but he got the pen. And they also gave him the credit for Fermin's first goal, which is weird because I thought the goalkeeper like knocked it to Fermin, but whatever. Point is, the GA makes that performance look like he was more impactful than what it really was. That's kind of how I've been assessing Rashford just in general. But
I feel like the same thing applies with Vini because I've said this about Vini. And Will, you debated me. Hold on. You debated me that Vini so many times.
Will. Champions League, Rashford in the Champions League. I think now that's where he's been playing like actually well. In La Liga, I don't think he's been playing that well. But the Champions League, yes.
Okay. So I agree with that, right? He's not been getting the same amount of GA, I feel like, in the league as he has in the Champions League, right? And I do agree. He's put a lot of GA, and a lot of his performances have been through GA, and that's true. But here's the thing, Will, right? I could use that same analogy for Vini this season. Because, yes, you guys have been telling, especially you, Will, you've been saying how Vini has improved more than he did last season. I agree with that. But the only term of improvement that I've seen is the fact that even in games where he stinks, he's still been able to get goals. Like, even like one goal, like I remember the Villarreal game, which he's been praised for. I'm very honest. think performance-wise, he performed well, but he got 2 goals in that game. But that's what people remember. He got a brace in the game. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not gonna I don't think putting Rashford there is bad. I don't. So I'm not gonna die on the Vinny hill.
I hear you, but
this is the best team. This is the best
he's
team.
been better than no. Like
So,
to me, this is fair. This team is.
I think this lineup probably for going to this El Clásico, this is the best lineup on form right now.
Manager,
Xabi so far.
I'll probably have to agree. I have to probably agree, mate.
Apart
from the 5-2 loss, I would say manager.
I mean, I would say Flick apart from the 2-1 loss.
Man, I'm sorry, man. Flick, man. This guy, he's so stubborn, man. I'm very honest, man. His stubbornness is probably the reason why I'm not gonna put him in. Yo, big up to Northside in the chat. I didn't even notice if he was in the chat. Big up to Northside.
Northside, bro.
Big up to my
North, mate. Soon move into Spain, mate. This guy.
Yeah, he's moving to Spain soon, man. Listen.
Big up North, bro.
Big up to North,
he may need to go to some Real Madrid matches, bro, and convert to Real Madrid. See some trophies being won.
Yeah,
hey, look, Arsenal might get one this season. Like,
probably.
Listen, man.
Phenomenal,
against Atletico Madrid.
Arsenal do the Arsenal thing and go trophyless.
Nah, I'm be real. That defense that they have, bro. How do you score against them, bro? Like,
I don't know. I still don't know.
Arsenal, bro. I don't want to play them.
And putting Marcelo Skelly as well instead of Calafiori is just like we might as well just not even go.
I mean, real, bro. Gabriel Magalhaes. He's probably the best center back in the world currently.
Yeah, he probably is. Yeah, I'll probably agree.
Ridiculous, bro. Barca.
Big up. That's familiar.
He is moving to Barcelona though. He's moving to Barcelona.
Yes, Northside. Maji.
Nah, look, man. What a L from Northside.
No. Listen, it's not L, bro. Listen, this guy wants to see his double trophies, man. Listen, double winners, man. Come on, man. What are you talking about?
Do you know what it is, bro? Northside never seen Arsenal win a UCL, and we probably won't ever see Barca get one either. So,
please, bro.
It makes sense that he would lean towards Barcelona. You know
and we'll never see Madrid win one third. So I guess everyone gets their way.
In football, bro.
You might see Northside. You might see Northside start a Barcelona fan channel, bro. He might be like Barca North, bro.
Wait, hold on. So is Northside moving to Spain so that he can start cosplaying as?
No.
What's Rafinha? Yeah.
This guy, bro. This guy's pretty much.
Big up North anyway. Big up North.
Man, but Rafinha. Yeah.
Big up to North every time. But Will, before we do close out, everyone, right? Quick prediction right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 3-2, man. I said it yesterday on Barca Boys channel. I said, listen, we're gonna get the first goal. Madrid are gonna respond because the fans are gonna be on their necks. And then guess what? We'll probably get the second goal, right? And then put the pressure on them, right? And then they get the equalizer, trying to get the winner because the fans are gonna be like, yo, we need this win right now. And then guess what? We get the late winner, Ferran Torres, man, style late winner.
4-2 Real Madrid.
2-1 Real Madrid.
By the way, Sam, my guy says keep the same energy when you meet up.
Yeah.
But you said 4-2 Madrid. My guy said 4-2 Madrid. Dave, what are you saying, bro?
2-1 Madrid.
Yeah. All right, Barca boy, don't let me down, man. What are we saying?
Fuck, I don't even know, man. I'll say 5-0 Barca just for the banter.
Here we go.
Wait, what?
You never know, mate. It could happen.
He said 5-0 Madrid.
Okay, I'll say 3-0 Barca. 3-0 Barca.
Bro, let me. Will.
If Chesney keeps a clean sheet, you two are catching smoke from me. I swear to God.
Will. Oh my God.
I haven't said anything bad today, man. I'm quite close to this.
Leave me alone.
Wait till chaos starts, and then we can start maybe.
Yeah, Will. You need to send the link to Barca boy, bro. But you better send the link on Monday.
If Chesney keeps a clean sheet, Real Madrid might be next banter club. I'm not even kidding.
Okay, look. On the off chance that Real Madrid drop points or we lose, direct the cooking for me to the football matrix.
Okay, no, you're right.
Yeah. He's
Matrix will have to hold the most smoke out of all the Madridistas
for me.
Yeah, you know what?
Volunteered.
Matrix will have to hold most of the cooking for me, bro. I'm telling you right now, Will. if you lose this Clásico with all the problems Barca have been coming into this game, I promise you, bro, I will be the most annoying, the most irritating guy on YouTube, bro. It's gonna be a week of cooking, bro. I will be doing stream after stream after stream, just cooking you guys, bro. Do not let this be Barca in 5. I'm telling you, bro. Barca in 5. You don't want to see that, Will.
Remind you guys won 5 in a row, by the way, as well. We've done it against you.
Yeah, congratulations. When was that? It's back in the Stone Age?
No, bro. It was like 4 years. No, 5 years ago. 5 years ago. Come on.
He has to go. Well, Matrix. I'm sorry, Barcaboy. He's using back in the Bartomeu era, the Banta era of Bartomeu. That's what he's talking about. The Koeman
era. It's not my fault that y'all can't elect a good president. Like,
was it in one season?
No, it was like in the 2021 season, right? Around that time.
Yeah, like around that time.
It was across. It was nearly across 3 seasons. 22.
Yeah. Like Barca didn't beat us from March, April.
That's the thing. We were in a transition time under
from March 2020 to January 2022.
But when you do it all in a season and win 2 trophies in a final as well, that's when you can hit me up. Let me know. All
right.
It was a switch over back. It was a switch over back to Zidane, and then back to man like Don Ancelotti. You know.
And I mean, do you remember that time we had Kike Setien and Ronald Koeman in charge? Okay,
we had just starting right away.
This guy's talking like this is the dark ages we're talking about. But listen, guys, big up to all the people who've been here, man. This has been an amazing stream. I think this is the most people I've had on a stream. At some point I had like 250 people in here. I think that's like the most people. Big up to all the people.
Omar,
big up to all the people who have been watching. Listen, guys, we're gonna redirect to the Football Chaos. Football Chaos is gonna be started, I'm sure, pretty soon, right? Like 5 minutes. I'm sure Will's probably going to set that.
I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna relax.
Yeah, man. Listen, big up to all the people.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot. I need to get something to relax.
Yeah, do your thing. Do your thing, man. I'll be redirected.
I'm gonna see the missus, man. I haven't seen her all day, man. Clasico's just taking over, bro.
Listen, man. It's that time of the year, man. The lady got on the side. She's a Barca fan. She understands, bro.
Well, she should know, boss. She should know. Yeah, exactly. But I'll see her for 5 minutes. Mate.
Yeah, she's gonna be marrying a Barca. He's gonna be marrying a Barca fan, man.
Just to end the stream, there's so many like rivalries where they marry each other
in the household, bro. Crazy.
Yeah, it's Arsenal Tottenham, a big one in the UK.
Yeah, remember, Troops is married to a Spurs.
Yeah,
he is. Yeah.
One of my friends is a Barca fan. He married a River Plate girl.
Big up, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna catch you on Football Chaos. Okay, cool, man.
Yeah, big up to Dave.
Easy,
and listen,
man.
guys,
Easy.
We're gonna be closing now, guys. Big up to all the people who have been here. Big up to my guy Barcaboy for once again turning up, man. Listen, Hafed, we will be having our time, bro. On Monday, on that podcast on your channel, bro. Inshallah, we will get the win. And we will be having the celebration of a lifetime on Monday, inshallah, bro. But big up to you, man. Big up to every single one of you guys who've been on this stream, guys. Stream will be redirecting you guys straight to the Football Chaos. I'm gonna be getting something to drink and then get ready, and maybe I'll pray before I do go to the Football Chaos, guys. Matrix is gonna be there. All these frauds are gonna be there, bro. It's gonna be annoying, but it is what it is, man. We'll deal with it. Big up to every single one of you guys. Y'all know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Big up to all the people who send super chats. I saw your super chat. Big up to every single one of you guys, man. Take care, man. Peace.